Well, it's the end of the 6 weeks. After those 6 weeks, I have released, obviously, 6 videos, and I kind of wanted to go back, look at my old content, look at my new content, talk about it a bit, and basically just put them on this tier list. So, you know, you have S, A, B, C, F, which is for some reason green, but this is just going to be talking. So if you don't want to watch this, that's fine. It's not going to matter that much. This is just for anybody that wants to, you know. So let's start off with the obvious. Weeping Woods. Weeping Woods was my first ever video. It was the one that was the most popular for a while until Chapter 3 came about. And I can kind of see why. I understand why people like it. I understand why people wanted more. That all being said, I do not like Weeping Woods. I think the video is comedically weak. I think it looks like shit. The game numbers keep flashing up because I'm editing on iMovie on an iPad, and I just feel like I'm copying Luke the Noble more than anything. I don't feel like I've lifted away from him. I felt like I was just spewing his words onto a different video. I don't think it's that good. I also think there wasn't many wins. There was a few solo wins. I think there was like 3 solo wins. But I counted a Team Rumble win for some reason. I don't know why I did that. And yeah, I just didn't enjoy it. You know what I mean? Craggy Cliffs 100 drops. That's an interesting one. I would just put it straight middle. It's definitely a lot less Luke the Notably. I don't know what the right word is. It's a lot more me. I think that is good. It's not fully out there. There's still a lot of Luke the Notable in there, but it is a lot better. Obviously, I play a lot better. I know I say in the video that I build, and then I build like a cone, but I was being serious. I definitely improved. I think it's pretty easy for me to improve, mainly because, like, if you ever watched Weeping Woods, you would know that I was genuinely just fucking stupid. I don't know what I was doing. But Craggy Cliffs is an interesting video. It's got more wins, a lot more solo wins to be exact. And it's the first time that I played with like Avery, Miles, Random. I think Silly Squirtle was in there. Silly Squirtle was probably in there, I think, if I remember rightly. It is just a video. Like, there wasn't much of me in the community, but after that, Craggy Cliffs was my first time in the community, and it holds a special place in my heart. I think the craziest thing about it is mainly the fact that I took a break, came back, I think I recorded, edited, and polished, and uploaded Craggy Cliffs in a week, and it was in Premiere for like 48 hours, so I think it was probably 5 days. I think that is the fucking craziest thing I've ever done to this day. Like, I would never do that in present day because I'm not a lunatic. Fortnite 20 drops. That's the first 20 drops I did. It's also the first video that is not actually public on my channel anymore. Fortnite was terrible during this season. I don't know what Fortnite was doing. It felt like surreal. There was like these shadow things. You could become ghosts, I think. Like, you would die and you'd become a ghost and you would attack players and you could actually like win the game as a ghost. As for the video, I don't like it at all, really. I think the audio quality is the worst part about it. It does carry over to Apex Legends a little bit, not fully, but a little bit. The actual voice recording, something just happened with my microphone. It was just terrible, and it just became a big problem, and I really did not enjoy it. And I think, like, even when I uploaded it, I knew it was bad. I just needed to upload something, which it's not a mentality that I would do nowadays, which is evidence from, like, Lego Fortnite originally not supposed to even be here. It was supposed to be UEFN. I would definitely give it an F tier. Apex Legends 100 drops is an interesting one in my opinion. I think it is the shortest 100 drops I ever produced. It wasn't like done well. I think the gameplay was great. I think I did well. I think I did the right things waiting between season 6 and 7. The legends I played were good. It had a lot of variety and a lot of potential to be a great video. The key word is potential. I'm not good at potential. I think Weeping Woods I would scrap completely and redo it, but Apex Legends I would love to have that footage in front of me again and then just remake it, because I think I could do so much better job nowadays. But as the video is now, it's good. It's got some good cameos in it. I got Avery into Apex for a little bit. I really liked Apex at the time. I don't think anybody else did though. It was not what the people that were watching my channel wanted. I kind of just forced it on them. But I think it should have been better. It's lacking, in my opinion. Oh, let's talk about Salty Springs 58 drops. Salty Springs 58 drops was originally supposed to be in 100 drops. The reason why it didn't become 100 drops is because of this little bugger right here. I kind of took a break to make Apex Legends 100 drops, which I don't regret, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I should have kept on playing Fortnite a little bit, because by the time of Chapter 2 Season 5 coming out, it was like Salty Springs was changed to Salty Towers. So that kind of fucked me up a little bit, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't have any other videos planned to come out, so it was kind of like I needed this to come out. And so that's why I kind of went, okay, I'll just make it a 58 drops. And it's a good video. I think it's got the most wins that I would have got if I went to game 100. And actually, comedically, it's okay. It's definitely more me. It's definitely getting to the point where I'm starting to make my own jokes. Not fully there yet, but it definitely is getting there. It's also the first video when my voice goes a little bit down. It's the first time I dropped to the 155 as well. So, you know, it was a monumental moment. It's genuinely just a bit. It's okay. I would say it's better than Craggy, but not amazing. A-star, you know, that type of shit. Flush Factory, on the other hand, Flush Factory was the first video that I made in the new season. It's not really a Flush Factory 20 drops. It's just a video on Chapter 2 Season 5, just exclusively at Flush Factory, because it was just the right location to go to, I suppose. As a video, yeah, it's fine. It's got a lot of people in it, like it's got, you know, Avery, Random, some other people. I would probably put it just behind Cracky Cliffs. There's not really much to say about it. It's an okay video. Winterfest in Chapter 2, Season 5 was shit, to be honest with you. They didn't even put snow on the whole map. The loot pool was interesting. The only thing good about it was the crackshot cabin. So yeah, I think it was a video that I kind of made purely just to have a video out to hold off on Lazy Late. So, you know, it was Christmassy. It's an okay video. It's got a lot of the Winterfest mini games. As an informative video on Winterfest 2020, good. As a video on its own, I think it's good. It is purely your B tier slop. Lazy Lake, on the other hand, oh my god, Lazy Lake. I remember at the time it was the most experimental video I had done yet. I wanted to basically push away from the Luke the Notable style stuff and try and make something that I think was like my type of stuff. But I remember I fully edited it, I polished it up, and I remember just watching it back and thinking, fuck, I've messed this up. I didn't like it at all. I didn't think it was good. And I was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to upload this because I need something. At the same time, I didn't like it that much. And I uploaded it begrudgingly, and I kind of just I beat myself up for like a week and a half about it. I was so annoyed. And then I watched it today, and it was actually really, really good. I think like I would watch this video. Like as a viewer, I would watch this video if it was recommended to me. It's like, because it's experimental, it's pretty good, and I don't know what I was so mad about. I don't know whether it was because I thought that people wouldn't like it, but genuinely, it is really, really good. I wouldn't put it S tier, mainly because there is some things I could fix, like the flashing numbers and stuff. As a video, I think it is great. I'm really proud of it, but I wouldn't put it up there as my favorite. The Arena 20 drops is another one that came out, and originally it was supposed to be in 100 drops, and then eventually I just kept on like flopping up and down when it came to like points. But I really liked Arena. I don't know why they changed it. Ranked is terrible. Like, I think it's good. I could have done it better, but I don't think it is bad. There's a lot of stuff in B tier, which is why I'm going to move Salty Springs up to A tier. It is good. It's a good video, but not amazing. Random 20 drops. It was the first 20 drops I did with a person. I didn't want to do it the same as like Luke Notable when he done like Bodie Boy. I wanted to do it my way, which is why I got like Random to voice over some games. I think the video, the game, even the commentary is pretty good. I just think the quality of the video could have been much better. I mean, I really enjoy playing with Random. I think Random's a great guy. I love him so much. One of my best friends, but as the video stands, it could have done with some improvements. And then here we are, Stealthy Stronghold 200 drops. This was a video I done for my 200 subscribers special. It was purely meant to be this big thing, like, oh my god, I landed a location 200 times. I think one of the pros of it is the fact that somehow I made it under an hour, but the only reason because of that was because of how many kill montages there was. There was a lot of kill montages in this Stealthy Stronghold 200 drops. A criticism that has been told to me many, many times, and I very much agree with it. I think the quality of the video is great. rates. The flashing numbers are still there, which pisses me off. But at the time, it was this like big thing, because you got to understand, back then there wasn't like Ocean 420 drops or Clumsy No Names 1,000 drops. I'm not saying those videos 1,000 drops and 420 drops came out because of my 200 drops and I'm so amazing, but back then it wasn't a huge thing to see anything over 100 drops, so you know, it done really well with less kill montages, I would say, at least. But it goes very high A, very high A. And then we need to talk about the final video in the chapter 2 things, or the classic era as I call it. I'm like Doctor Who, I've got the classic era, I've got that one random movie in the middle of it, and then the present day modern era. Colossal Coliseum. Colossal Coliseum is no longer around. That's not because it's unlisted, that's because I accidentally permanently deleted Colossal Coliseum. That was like a stab in my heart. First time I had clearer quality. I recorded it on, I think, a capture card. So I literally uploaded it from my PlayStation 4 to my iPad at the time. I also had game numbers this time that weren't flashing and had like a stroking effect, which is this black thing on all the thumbnails you see. But I didn't do that by doing text. I did that by grabbing a green screen, putting the text, game, whatever, 100 different times, screenshotting that, green screening it onto iMovie, and then overlaying it. And I just think it was like chef's kiss. It was putting together everything I learned from these last videos and basically just making a video that I was really proud of. And then I quit. That was for a plethora of reasons. I was burnt out because all of this, every single video you see here, was recorded and edited over a 4 to 5 month stream, which is fucking lunatic. Like, I was crazy for doing that. My life was just becoming more and more a presence, and I couldn't risk just doing all of this when I had other stuff to do. But eventually chapter 4 came around, and during chapter 4, that was 2023, so 2022ish, 2023, and at the time I was going through my final year of secondary school. I was doing my GCSEs and stuff. I wanted a distraction, so I made Brutal Bash on 100 drops because I just took my time with it. You know, it came out when it came out, and it was recorded on an iPhone, which is actually more powerful than the iPad. And as a video, I think I'd done as well as I could for a person that hadn't done 100 drops since chapter 2 season 5. It was a lot more me, it was a lot more creative, it was a lot more everything. Problem was, when I was on a phone, when I was writing down the game numbers, I didn't realize how big the game numbers were. The actual game numbers were like fucking massive. Which is one thing, which is like one of the only things I would change about it, really. But you know, it's a good, I'm really happy with how it turned out. There's a few things I would change about it. And then obviously I left again, went back to my life. I passed my GCSEs, I went to college, well, I'm going to college even, which is why I made these drops videos, mainly because I wanted to test out my editing again. And I wanted to do something fun, you know. I had a lot of videos that were kind of piled up after OG Fortnite, and then chapter 3 I found a lot of archive footage and stuff, and I kind of just wanted to make these videos because I wanted to make something. Silly Squirtle 20 drops is the first 20 drops I had done since random 20 drops, obviously. It's actually pretty good, in my opinion at least. The biggest problem, I think, is the fact that there isn't many just me and Silly Squirtle games, and that is completely my fault. The second biggest problem is the fact that I messed it up. About a week or two after it came out, Silly Squirtle messaged me saying, "You are aware that like 2 of the games are the exact same?" And I was like, wait, what? And it turns out that 2 of the games are literally the exact same game, and I didn't realize. Bear in mind, I rewatched this video over and over again whilst polishing it, but I definitely think it's a good video. Definitely just seeping myself back into the formula. Pleasant Park 100 drops was so experimental. It was me basically just funneling every piece of creative idea I had over the last 4 years back into that 100 drops, and just because I had the power to do so. Like, I had ideas in Weeping Woods, I had ideas even in like Stealthy Stronghold and Colossal Coliseum. I had ideas, but I couldn't implement them because I was doing iMovie on an iPad, which is kind of where Pleasant Park became this big thing. I think MLG compilation, there was a PowerPoint joke. It's everything I wanted it to be, and I'm really proud of how Pleasant Park turned out. I love it. I think it's great. I don't want to toot my own horn because I'm not a fucking asshole. A video I'm very proud of. Salty Springs 100 drops obviously was going back to 58 drops and being able to finish it. On an OG map as well, a bit different. It's not exactly the same to Chapter 2's Salty Springs, so you know. Salty Springs is a lot more just back to normal, like Luke the Notable style. Not Luke the Notable, but like 100 drop style, I would say. There's a good amount of jokes in it. I think I did try and do some experimental things. I like how I did like a kill montage with the Doom music. I wouldn't say it's like S tier, but I'm very happy with how this one turned out. I'm happy with how all of these 6 videos turned out, to be honest with you. And I'm really happy with it, you know, I'm really, really happy. Chapter 3, 100 drops. As of recording this is the video that has come out the most recently. It's got 5,005.3k views, which is really, really good. Amazing. I'm really happy with how it turned out. This is just archive footage. I found about 106 games on a hard drive, and I was like, okay, I'll cut the last 6 games out and I'll just make it into 100 drops because it was the easiest thing I could do, really. But the video came out really good. I think the jokes, the actual gameplay is the best I've ever done. It's the most wins I've ever gotten to 100 drops, even though it wasn't intended to be in 100 drops. I think it's a great video. I would put it right in the middle, like right there, just right there. Now, Lego Fortnite 20 drops is a whole nother story. Originally, what was supposed to be there was a UEFN 100 drops. The problem was UEFN kind of went to shit. I found about archive footage from season 1, and I kind of just put it together just because I wanted to make it. I didn't like skimp out on it and make it fake. That was not what I did. I wanted to make something that people would actually enjoy, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I didn't have much to go with, mainly because it's just me building some houses and a wall, so I kind of tried to make it as entertaining as I could. It's not a long video, it's quite decent. It's my favourite thumbnail though, I really like this thumbnail. I think the background is the best part about it. No, behind Silly, let's say behind Silly Squirtle, actually behind Craggy Cliffs and Arena. I'll put it there, I'll put it right there. And then finally, the raft is the most recent video that you've probably seen, if you're watching my channel, follow my channel at least. Yeah, the raft is just one that I did mainly because it was kind of like, oh, you've watched me these last however many games or 100 drops, and how much have I fallen from grace, and how bad am I now? And that was kind of the idea. So I wasn't really enjoying Chapter 5, and then when it announced it was a Marvel season, it was kind of as if, like, Fortnite grabbed the metaphorical Chapter 2 Season 4 keys and, like, dangled them over me and went, you want to play Chapter 2 Season 4? You want to play a Marvel season, do you? Yeah. So, you know, joke's on me, really. But it definitely is a me modernized. I think I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's the longest out of all the 100 drops I did in this 6 thing. Actually, the longest 100 drops I've ever done. I think it's definitely just below Chapter 4. Actually, I would put it high A tier. And yeah, that's all my videos. I'm sorry this wasn't as funny. This was more me just trying to talk about what I've done. I've basically completed everything on my note list, you know, except from one other one, which I can't really do. You know, I want to redo Weeping Woods, but I can't do that, so, you know. Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? No. No, please! No!